Hello, what artisans? My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I am here with another unboxing. My Ginger Quilter box also came. I think Open Gate came on Saturday, and I think Ginger Quilter came also on Saturday. I think they both came the same day. If not, maybe Ginger Quilter came Monday. But again, I just wasn't quite up to trying to do a video. Still sick, but feeling a little bit better. So gonna give it an open. Now this is going to be my third box from them. And so I think it's my third, right? Third? Actually, is it four? I got the bats. And then, no, it's the third. It's the third box. So this is going to be my final box. Sorry for the delay there. My memory is horrible. I have a terrible memory. And so this is going to be my third box and my final box. So I will be canceling my subscription because the point of this is to try different things. And not, I just want to try different things. So, yeah, the Ginger Quilter box. So let's see what we have for this month. Whoa. There's a lot in here. It looks like there's a lot in here. This is what the box looks like. Okay, so let's take out our paper. I want to say if I'm not mistaken, I was literally just looking at the pattern that we are getting. I was literally looking at this pattern over the weekend or like sometime in the past week. Okay, all right, okay. So, what do we have in here? So we have a project, and this is our project. Tartan Plaid by Natalie Pratt for the Ginger Quilter. I love plaid. So it looks like in order to make this, you need 1 7/8 yards of fabric A, which is our background. And we have that. And then we need fabric B, which is a light green. We need 7/8 of a yard of that. And then we need 2/3 of a yard of a dark green, which is this here. And then we need 1/2 yard of fabric D, which is red. And then we need 1/2 yard of binding and 3 1/4 yards for our backing. And this makes a throw that is 46.5 by 62 1/4. So we basically have everything we need except for the binding and the backing to make this throw size quilt, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. That's definitely the largest project that I've gotten since starting this box. I believe the first month was like a table topper or a wall hanging or something like that. And it was like 37-inch square or something, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And then the following week, and it was like very much pumpkins and bats and Halloween. And then the following month was a bit more harvesty. And it was like corn and kind of harvesty. And this is, of course, very Christmassy. And we're getting this in time where you could get this project made and put together for Christmas because it is, this came November 3rd or something like that, something like that, or the 4th. So enough time to get it made. And there's not a whole lot of fabric involved, so probably wouldn't be very difficult to cut this out. Let's see here. I do apologize. I'm sorry. We do get a coloring page, which is cool. There's a lot of strip piecing in this pattern, so that's going to make construction pretty easy. I just want to look at some of the cutting here. Yeah. The cutting's not very difficult. There aren't a bunch of pieces. And it looks like the block goes together pretty well. Are our seams nesting, or are we pressing everything open? Yeah, and so it looks like we've got adequate pressing instructions so that all the seams will nest, making this go together pretty well. So I actually like this pattern a lot, but I'm just kind of drawn to patterns like this. But I think the best part of this box is this. I thought this was just a tree. It's not. It's a bottle brush. I thought it was just a decoration, and I always thought it was cute as a decoration. But it's not. You can actually use it as a bottle brush. So I don't have like a whole lot of bottles. I don't have babies, but I love myself a good tumbler. Of course, I don't have any around here right now. The one that my coffee is in, I left upstairs. So this is good for cleaning out, like if you're like me and you have like kind of insulated coffee cups that are narrower, that you can't like get your whole hand in. I have some that of course your whole hand can fit inside there, but I also have some that are a bit more narrow and I can't get my hand in there. And so what I normally do is I take a sponge, get some soap on there, put some water in the bottle, get some water on the sponge, and I use a fork. And I just kind of put the sponge in there, and I use the fork to kind of clean it out. Well, now I can use this. Sorry. And, yeah, so it's cute, it's decorative, and it has a purpose or a function. We also have in here this magnetic pin cushion bracelet. I did get one of these previously in a Sew Sampler. It's not really for me. I did get some tips on how other people have decided to use it. I'm not sure what the bobby pin is for. Did everyone get a bobby pin on theirs? I don't know if it's just to show us that it's magnetic or what. I'm not sure why there's a bobby pin. But yeah, I don't really like this. Now, I've heard where some people have used it and put like hair product on there, like for the scalp, and then they use it to, apply, because right now I just put it on the back of my hand. When I have to do that, I put it on the back of my hand. Sometimes the heat from my hand will make the product start to melt, and it can be a problem. So some people are using it for that. But as far as using it for its intended purpose, I've tried. It does not work for me. But that is in this box. And then lastly, we have some Andes candies. Now, I do actually like these. It's one of the few times that I like chocolate and mint together. I don't really like peppermint patty because to me it's too thick. The peppermint part, the chocolate part, all of it is just too dense. But I've always liked the Andes because they're super thin. So I like Thin Mints and Andes cookies. Andes Thin Mints. And those are the only combination of chocolate and mint that I like. That's it. Girl Scout cookie Thin Mints and Andes Thin Mints. So I guess it has to be a Thin Mint for me to like it. I know Oreo used to make, I don't know if they still do, but they used to make these thin Oreos with mint filling. My son used to love them, but I never used to eat them. So I didn't try them. I don't know if I like that combination or not, but I do like these. Now, to sum up this box, because this box is like $62 or something like that. It's pretty up there. I think it's pretty. It's definitely more one of the more expensive subscription boxes when you consider the ones that are out there. And I guess it really just depends on whether or not you like these projects, right? If you like these projects, then this is for you. But for me, I don't really like holiday projects specifically. Now, I don't mind so much when they're holiday adjacent. So like the very first project that we got that was like straight just Halloween, like no nuance. It's a Halloween project. This really is not for me. And like at least like with Open Gate, there's going to be two projects in there. So even if the larger project might be on the nose, like for a specific holiday, the small project isn't going to be so on the nose. It might just be kind of themed or related to the holiday. Like yesterday, you had that obvious holiday project for the larger project to make that wall hanging, but then the smaller project was a tissue holder that was just in red. And I could choose to make the tissue holder in red or not. And it's kind of Christmassy, but it's not just Christmassy. It's not just for Christmas. It can be used for other things. Whereas this is a Christmas quote. And I really don't have a lot of interest in making like just a specific Christmas quote, because then I don't have the ability to use it at other times. Like that's just me. That's just me. I've only made one Christmas quilt. I adored it because I made it out of a fabric line that I really liked, and I got to use an old piece of grunge that I had had in my stash for like 4 years. So it was just a great project to make, and it was an easy project to make. But honestly, I would like to make this project and use like a gray or a black background. And like I could see making this like as a sports quilt. In like my New York Giants colors or Adrian's Atlanta Falcons colors, and having like this kind of red, black and gray type vibe with some white, and have like the black be the background, and have these thick stripes be the red, and the rest of it kind of be black and white, and like maybe these little things here be the white, these little crosses in the middle, and these thinner lines be the white. Like I would probably do something like that. So for me, I like this pattern a lot. I just have no desire to make a Christmas quilt. And for me, that's really what this box comes down to. It's a little too themed for me. It's a little too themed for me. Even like Stashing with Stephanie, like when we would, I know that subscription has ended, but like when you got around Christmas time, you know, you might get a holiday line, but it's not going to be every single month is a holiday. And that's how I feel like this box is, which is fine because that was clearly the goal of this box. Like that's clearly what the intention was. This is intentional. It's intentional that every box matches the season of the month, right? So next month is December. So it's definitely going to be like, it might not be specific to Christmas because she does like to give you the project ahead of time to where you can work on it before the holiday. But it's probably going to be New Year's related, right? And then January's is going to be Valentine's Day, and February's is going to be St. Patrick's Day, you know? And so that's just not what I prefer. I don't mind when things are holiday related, but I don't like if every single solitary month is just on the nose, a project to celebrate a specific holiday or a specific season. So like I said, 3 boxes. The first 100% just Halloween. We got pumpkins and bats, okay, and ghosts. And second month, harvest. So we have, autumnal corn, right? Third month, Christmas. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's not for me. It was just nothing against the box because a lot of people really like this. This is what they want to do. They want projects that are themed so that they can make them and put them in their house and be like, look at this beautiful, um, Valentine's Day throw. I made it. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's in my home and I get to display it. A lot of people like that. And as for me, it's really not for, I don't really do a whole lot of decorating. I'm not Susie Homemaker very much. I'm not at all. Finishing touches and little nice touches, it's not who I am. I'm not particularly girly. I'm not particularly good with color and home design and decor. I'm not good at it. Okay. I have people in my family that are great at it. I'm just not one of those people. And honestly, I don't care too much about it. Like, I just kind of like a simple home, clean lines, and to try to keep it neat. I don't want a bunch of knickknacks and stuff that I have to clean on top of cleaning, right? Because if you have all those knickknacks in your house and pictures and plants, you have to dust all of that weekly. I'll pass. I'm just trying to keep the garbage off the floor. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, I am trying to keep the garbage off the floor. That is trying to keep the room neat is about all I can muster. And the rest of it is just, it's out of scope for me. So I do like this box. I do think it's worth the money. I mean, I like this box for what it is, but I just don't like it for me personally. For me personally, it's just a little too on the nose holiday. And I prefer, at least getting some months that actually aren't related to a holiday at all. So yeah, I know that if you're in a 12-month subscription box, then yes, you are going to get stuff related to Christmas and Halloween and Valentine's Day. But I need a break. I need a break. And this box doesn't do that because that's not what it was designed to do. It's very clear that the creator has a very clear idea of what she wanted this to be. And I think that she's done that really well. She's done it really well. I think the projects are unique. I think that they are cute. They are nice. They can definitely be done in a month's time. If you're a person who wants this type of thing and maybe only wants to do one or two quilts a year and you would just like to have, a small selection of just things in your home that you've made that you can display for various holidays, this is a perfect box for you. It's perfect, because it's a lot easier than building a stash and it's a lot more economical and it takes up a lot less space. So if that's what you want, if that's what you're looking for, do it. It's a great box for that. You'll pay your $62 plus tax and shipping or whatever per month. And you will get a project that you can reasonably complete in 30 days time. And you will be left with something that you can display in your home for years to come or gift to someone else to display in their home. There you go. So, like I said, not for me, but I do think that the box is worth the money. And if that's what you're looking for, small projects that you can make in a reasonable amount of time that you can kind of keep and use. Whereas, me, I make tons of quilts. I make tons of quilts and they just go in a bin or they go in a closet or I gift them to strangers or somebody that I know. And I really don't even get to see the things that I made. You know, this is something that you get to see what you made. You get to have on display the things that you've made. For me, the joy is not in seeing what I created. The joy is in creating it. So if you are someone who gets joy from seeing what you created on display, this is a great subscription for you. It's absolutely it's absolutely fantastic. Cuz 12 months a year, you've got something that you can display out. And if you are subscribed for multiple years, you'll have multiple things. You'll be able to rotate. You'll have two or three different things you can put out between, September, October, November. You'll have multiple 4th of July items. Like, I think this is a great box for what it is. For me, it just doesn't fit the types of projects that I like to do, or it doesn't work with like the types of fabric that I like to look at and that I like to have around my house. I don't really like to decorate for holidays. I decorate for Christmas and that's it. And that's probably only because I have children and I had to do it for them. I don't think if I lived alone, I would probably have a pop-up Christmas tree. And if y'all don't know what a pop-up Christmas tree is, basically, it's basically just a fabric tree and with fabric decorations, and it collapses into a pile, and you grab it by the top and you pull it up, and it's pre-decorated, and you just kind of sit it over in the corner. I'm lying. I'd still probably decorate a tree. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speculate because I've never lived alone in my entire life. I went from my mother's house or my grandparents' house to being a mother. So I have never in my entire life lived alone. Not even for like a summer. The first summer I sent my kids to visit family and they went away for a summer. I didn't have my own apartment at that time. I was living with my aunt. So I was not alone still. There was another adult in the house. This, yeah, no, that was it. I think maybe my kids might have gone away for a week. I might have been alone in my house for a week. But I've never lived alone. And I've never had to spend a holiday alone. So I don't really know whether or not I would decorate a tree. I don't. But I do know that it would be small. It would be a very small tree to where I only needed one string of lights. One string of lights. I would want to be able to decorate that sucker in 30 minutes and be able to take it down just as quickly. Because while putting up a tree is exciting, taking it down sucks. Like, it's so fun when you put the tree up. The music's playing. You've got the kids involved. They're excited because Christmas is coming. And then when it's time to take it down, like, everybody's looking at you like, Christmas is over. I swear, one year I didn't get my tree down until March. Was that the worst I ever did? I'm trying to think what was the worst. If it was March or April. One year it stayed up. It stayed up a long time. It stayed up a long time. My fiance, he's like, we can't. No. The tree's got to come down. Okay, the tree's got to come down. Now, I do the old Christmas thing, so I don't want to take my tree down Christmas Day, which I know that's some people's tradition. I shouldn't crinkle my face up like that. Why did I do that? But I do like to leave it up for like a week after Christmas and take it down after New Year's. But it's just, there were a couple of years when New Year's turned into spring. So that's it for me, and I will see you guys next video.